Shri Ram Jaya Jaya Ram, Om Shri Ram Jaya Jaya Ram.
Shri Ram Jaya Jaya Ram, Om Shri Ram Jaya Jaya Ram.
Hari Om. Song of 18 it is, to the same third or tune as Shri Ram Jaya Ram. Now, serenity, regularity, absence of vanity, sincerity, simplicity, veracity, equanimity, fixity, non-irritability, adaptability, humility, tenacity, integrity, nobility, magnanimity, charity, generosity, purity. Practice daily these 18 ETs. You will soon attain immortality. Brahman is the only real entity. Mr. So-and-so is a false non-entity. You will abide in infinity and eternity. You will behold unity in diversity. You cannot attain this in the university. You cannot attain this in the university. By the grace of Guru you can attain immortality. Shri Ram Jaya
Jaya Ram, Shri Ram Jaya Jaya Ram, Shri Ram Jaya Ram, Shri Ram Jaya Ram.
Serenity, regularity, absence of vanity, sincerity, simplicity, veracity, equanimity, fixity, non-irritability, adaptability, humility, tenacity, integrity, nobility, magnanimity, charity, generosity, purity, all these wonderful virtues have to be cultivated. If you are only endowed with such Daivi Sampada or divine virtues, you will attain purity of heart, devotion will arise in a pure heart, and God's grace will shower upon you when you have devotion, and you will attain God, and your life will become fruitful. This is the importance of cultivating such virtues as mentioned in the Song of 18 it is. Lord Krishna has mentioned about the same subject in the 16th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, when it tells the yoga of Daivi Asuri Sampat Vibhaga Yoga. Hari Om. Ram Krishna Govinda, Radha Krishna Govinda, Gopal Krishna Govinda, Krishna Krishna Govinda, Govinda Govinda, Govinda Bhaja Govinda. God is truth, Govinda. God is bliss, Govinda. God is peace, Govinda. God is knowledge, Govinda. God is love, Govinda. God is light, Govinda. Control the senses, Govinda. Control the mind, Govinda. Realize the self, Govinda. This is the teaching, Govinda, of all the Vedas, Govinda, of all the scriptures, Govinda. Govinda, 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 Bhaja Govinda. Goal of life, Govinda, is God realization, Govinda. Never forget this, Govinda. Attain this, Govinda. through faith, devotion, Govinda, through meditation, Govinda, through Shravan, Manan, Govinda, through tapas, yoga, Govinda, through mantra writing, Govinda, through likhit japa, Govinda, 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 Bhaja Govinda, through selfless service, Govinda, through Vivek Vichar, Govinda, practice ahimsa, Govinda, speak the truth, Govinda, control anger, Govinda, through Kshama, Govinda, observe Brahmacharya, Govinda, observe Mauna, Govinda, 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 Bhaja Govinda, serve love, give, Govinda, serve the poor, Govinda, serve the parents, Govinda, nurse the sick, Govinda, do charity, Govinda, be kind, be poor, Govinda, be good, do good, Govinda, be cheerful, Govinda, be courageous, Govinda, be tolerant, Govinda, be patient, Govinda, be forgiving, Govinda, be liberal, Govinda, 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 Bhaja Govinda, be moderate, Govinda, in eating, drinking, Govinda, in sexual matters, Govinda, in everything, Govinda, be moderate, Govinda, be regular, Govinda, get up at 4 a.m., Govinda, Brahma Muhurt, Govinda, inquire who am I, Govinda, do vichar, Govinda, this is very important, Govinda, to attain success, Govinda, 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 Bhaja Govinda, there is no pleasure, Govinda, in the sensual objects, Govinda, this is the world, Govinda, of pain and death, Govinda, do not be duped, Govinda, by the mind and senses, Govinda, do not study, Govinda, Herbert Spencer, Govinda, this will make you, Govinda, an atheist, Govinda, this will produce, Govinda, wrong samskaras, Govinda, study daily, Govinda, Gita Upanishad, Govinda, this will help you, Govinda, to realize the self, Govinda, 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 Bhaja Govinda, do not smoke, Govinda, do not drink, Govinda, do not speak, Govinda, vulgar words, Govinda, do not take bribes, Govinda, this is bad, Govinda, this is very bad, Govinda, this is very, very bad, Govinda, it will spoil, Govinda, your name, character, Govinda, this will throw you, Govinda, in lower births, Govinda, 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 Bhaja Govinda, to have a bad name, Govinda, is worse than death, Govinda, it's very shameful, Govinda, it is disgraceful, Govinda, it is ignominious, Govinda, it is heaven closing, Govinda, 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 Bhaja Govinda, time is precious, Govinda, do not waste a second, Govinda, utilize it, Govinda, in japa and kirtan, Govinda, in meditation, Govinda, in yogic sadhana, Govinda, in spiritual practice, Govinda, 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 Bhaja Govinda, Ram Krishna, Govinda, Radha Krishna, Govinda, Ram Krishna, Govinda, Radha Krishna, Govinda, Ram Krishna, Govinda, Radha Krishna, Govinda, 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 Hari Om.
Worshipful homage to the O Thou Supreme Divine Reality, Thou who art the beginning and the end of all things, Thou who encompasses solar systems, lunar systems, stellar systems, great, endless galaxies, worlds without end, millions and billions and trillions. I do not know the word for the multiple of trillion. Well, if I don't know the word, I can always say multiple trillions, or million trillions, billion trillions. In short, thou art imponderable, immeasurable, infinite, and only in that being a feeling of this immensity could arise, upon whom you desire to bestow your grace and make that being one with you. Then you will no more have to think with a human mind. When he becomes one with you, he attains divine comprehension, divine omniscience. Then everything becomes known to him. Such is thy glory, such is thy greatness, such is thy endlessness. That even the thought of thee makes us feel our nothingness. To thee, worshipful woman, may divine grace pour in abundance from you upon all those of your children who are assembled together here in this sacred Samadhi hall of Worshipful Master at this time, in a get-together of spiritual fellowship. May they all be recipients of the abundant divine grace. Such is the prayer of this servant. Loving prostrations and adorations to beloved and worshipful Holy Master Gurudev Swami Chidanandaji Maharaj, who was established in this great experience absolute by dint of his unusual renunciation, by dint of his unparalleled dispassion, by his incomparable austerity, penance, tyag, vairag, tapasya, titiksha, deep meditation, practice of yoga, self-surrender, devotion, continuous unbroken God of thought, in compassion for suffering. And the spirit of dedication to selfless service of all creatures created by God on this planet Earth. All this he practiced as part and parcel of his spiritual life during his sadhana days at Swargadapi. And naturally, sincere, earnest, persevering and dedicated effort yields its fruit because there is justice in God. He never allows true dedication and effort to go unfruitful. Every cause has an effect. Every sincere effort must yield fruit. And therefore he shone the great seer. May his Guru Kripa and Kripa Kataksha, glance of grace, be upon all of you. Away from slumber, arise from inaction and lethargy. Act. Act in the living present, heart within, and God overhead. Why God overhead? Because He is there. You can be absolutely assured that with sincere heart, if you engage in right action, He will see that you get the deserved fruit. This is unfailing. No one can rob you of the fruit that you deserve if you engage in the right action for it with sincerity, earnestness, and feeling of dedication. Doubt not, have faith. Your efforts will be rewarded. When a little son feels hunger and asks his father, I am hungry, give me bread. Even an ordinary, imperfect, earthly father will not give bread. Or will he give a stone to his young son instead of giving bread? Giving stone instead of giving bread when the son is a hunger and is asking for bread to appease his hunger, which he can eat. Bread which he can eat. Stone he cannot eat. Even an imperfect earthly man, when he engages some servant or laborer to do some work, and the man thus engaged does the work satisfactorily and fully. Does not the man who engaged him pay him his due wages? He does. Sincere labor is given its due remuneration. This we see even in the imperfect world. And we think when you have labored sincerely in the name of God, as a servant of God, for carrying out God's will and helping his human family, his children on earth, do you think your labor will go unrewarded? Never. It will not go unrewarded. What even an imperfect human being does, you cannot expect that the all-perfect, sarvaguna sampanna Bhagavan, can you ever think he will not do it? He will fail to do it? So, have faith and sincerely labor in this field where God has sent you, this human world. This is our field. As we labor in this field, as we clear the land, as we till, as we plough, as we safeguard it with a fence, then in due time, the seeds sprout, and then the field starts becoming slightly green, light green hue, then the green becomes darker, then the field disappears and only the green crop is seen, and then it grows, and then it becomes fully grown. When it becomes ripe, and the grain also begins to appear, and the grains multiply, and then the stalks become laden with grain. They cannot stand straight due to the weight of the grain. And then they slightly as it were, in gratitude to God by bending a little under the weight of the grain. So, if all things needful are attended to, if all things needful is done, bided your time, and if you have put in deva, and if you have been watchful, and if your fencing has been strong, that no cattle could break through and eat up the crop, and if you have been vigilant that the birds do not eat up the grain, because birds come in vast numbers when the crop is fully ripened. So there is need of vigilance, need of watchfulness, need of warding off anything and everything that is inimical to the crop. Then you become the fortunate person to reap the rich harvest for which you have worked and therefore which you have deserved. The due reward will be forthcoming. Therefore, this planet Earth, this human world, this life of ours and the faculties given to us, strength of the body, knowledge of the mind, all that constitutes our personal endowment in the form of all the faculties. And scope for increasing. Just as a college or a university is a field with scope for expanding our knowledge, increasing our knowledge, increasing the depth of our knowledge of any particular subject. This world is such a university. Our life is a course we are undertaking to learn. Therefore, day by day, as the crop develops towards fullness and ripeness, day by day, we too should progress in knowledge and wisdom. Such therefore is the design of the Maker for each and every one of us. And all beings who live in this world. That is his plan for us, that is his design. Wonderful is this gift of life. Take time by the forelock. To repeat a cliche, take time by the forelock. Otherwise, lamentation over missed opportunities will lead us nowhere. Another cliche, strike while the iron is hot. Then the hammer will succeed, the hammer blow will succeed in gradually giving the desired shape to the white hot metal, not even red hot, white hot metal. What is the right moment to strike it with the hammer? Is allowed to pass away in some idle gossip or something else. Then when the iron becomes cold, any number of blows you may give, and sweat may drip from your forehead and your whole body, but it will make no change in the iron upon the anvil. Therefore, they shall strike while the iron is hot. This, therefore, is the servant's offering to you all. These ideas, because they are ideas worth pondering, worth pursuing, and worth being benefited from.